What's going on, you guys? It's WWE Sound 16 here, coming at you guys with a different video today. This time we're going to be talking about WWE 2K17. Now, last year I made a video about my thoughts and predictions about WWE 2K16. This time I'm going to do about the newest one, which is WWE 2K17. So here we go. It was announced a couple weeks back that Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, the mayor of Suplex City, is going to be the cover star of this year's WWE game, WWE 2K17. Now, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm actually pretty excited for Brock being on the covers, but to be quite honest, I was expecting someone different. I was expecting, like, one of the new guys. I was expecting, like, either Dean Ambrose or Rollins or Reigns or Styles or just anybody different. Like, I don't have a problem with Brock Lesnar being on the cover. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. But I just felt like it should have been someone different. Honestly, I felt like it should have been Seth Rollins. Yeah, Rollins or Ambrose, but definitely Rollins, in my opinion. I don't know what else is going to be in the game, but all I know right now, since the game comes out in 3 months, all I know right now is that John Cena, Sasha Banks, and Ultimate Warrior are confirmed for the game. Now, of course, they're going to announce all the other stars probably within next month or so, but probably within the next month or two, they're going to announce like everything else that's going to be in the game. You know, they're going to announce like the story mode, the My Career thing again. I don't know what else they're going to say, but hopefully they bring back like different match types, because the last year's game didn't really do much. And they say that every year for every wrestling game that comes out, they say that it's going to be the biggest roster of all time. And they're not even kidding. It is a big roster, but this year they're saying it's going to be the biggest roster you've ever seen in a wrestling game. So I don't know what they mean by that. It's going to be like, seriously, it's going to be like literally everybody in the game. Past, present, future. I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely excited for the debut of AJ Styles in the game. That's going to be awesome. And I'm also looking forward to Sasha Banks' debut in the game. So I can't wait to play as her, have her win the Women's Championship in the game. They're probably going to, I don't know, they might keep the Divas Championship in the game, but I know they're going to bring the Women's title in the game. For the WWE Championship that Dean Ambrose holds right now, they're probably going to keep it as the WWE Championship instead of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Probably. If not, then they're just going to keep it the way they had before. Yeah, it's a little different. Now, like I said, Brock Lesnar is an amazing superstar. I've always been a fan of his, especially since he started the whole Suplex City thing. Back at last year's WrestleMania, but I just don't know. It seems like every time when they have a certain superstar on the cover, what is it called? The 2K Showcase mode. It's always about that particular superstar that's on the cover. So last year they had Stone Cold on the cover. Just give me a second. So last year they had Stone Cold Steve Austin on the cover, okay, and his showcase was about it was like most of his career and most of his like best matches or so. It was a lot of fun to play as, and there's a lot of guys that you got to unlock and stuff. It was pretty cool. I wonder what they're going to do for Brock this year. You know, are they going to have us, like, play his most recent matches? Or, like the matches he had back in the day? You know what would really be cool? What if they made us play the match where he had on Smackdown with the Big Show? You know, the one where they first broke the ring and the crowd went absolutely nuts? That would be awesome. I would love to replay that in the wrestling game. That would be sick. Um, I think they might have us beat the streak in there as well. Have us fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30. And then possibly fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31. I could definitely see us fighting John Cena at SummerSlam from 2014. And then maybe Battleground 2015 when we fought Seth Rollins for the title. I don't know. But there's going to be a lot of different stuff we can expect from Brock Lesnar 2K Showcase mode. Before they even announced Brock Lesnar as the cover star of the game, the first thing that ever announced for this game was that Goldberg will be making his return to a WWE game. I believe the last time he was in a wrestling game, I want to say was WWE 2K14, and that was like 3 years back. And I don't think he had to like do anything to unlock him. I think all he did was just play through the story mode or the 30 years of WrestleMania to unlock him. But this year's different. This year he's going to be the pre-order for the game. So if you pre-order the game, you get Goldberg in 3 different WCW stages. So that's going to be pretty cool. I really don't know, like, what else can be going on in this game. I mean, like I've talked about Brock Lesnar's 2K Showcase mode. You know, I mentioned some of the matches he might have. I wonder if they bring back Eddie Guerrero this time around. Hopefully they do, but like with the short hair, and maybe we could play Lesnar versus Guerrero from No Way Out 2004, but possibly we could have Eddie Guerrero win the title, because that was one of my favorite matches that Eddie had. That was his most important matchup. That's when he won the WWE Championship. And that just like shocked everybody because it all happened because of Goldberg, and that's why Goldberg and Lesnar fought at WrestleMania 20, and that was like the worst matchup I've ever seen in my life. Even though Stone Cold was the ref, it still was boring, but he ended up giving the fans a positive reaction when he Stone Cold stunned both Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, and it was pretty funny. Still, it was just one boring ass match. I'm telling you, it was just it was like so slow paced, and just like they really didn't do much in that match, and then the crowd was just like not interested in it. And then I've been hearing that like people wanted this match to happen again, and then they were saying that hopefully this time it could be a lot more better, since the guys they know a lot more moves and stuff, and you know they haven't fought each other in years. And I don't know. Like everything I hear, it's all rumors. I don't know if it's gonna be true or not, but we'll see. Do I really want to see Lesnar and Goldberg fight again? To be honest, not really. Because I wasn't interested in the match back then, and I don't know if I'd be interested in the match now if it were to happen in the future. So it really all depends here what's going to happen. I don't know. 2K. You know what? When this brand split started again, when they announced that the draft was starting again, I was really hoping for the return of Smackdown versus Raw, but I think when they announced 2K17, when they first announced it, this was before they announced the draft, I would say. If not, it was probably afterwards, but I mean, I don't have a problem with it would be calling 2K17, but they definitely have to bring back the SmackDown versus Raw series, and hopefully next year's 2018 game will be the return of SmackDown versus Raw, because I've always had fun with those games, especially if you had General Manager mode. Oh my god, those were so fun. And like they had like all the cool match types, and they had like 24/7 mode, which was basically season mode. It was so much fun, and they always had the best soundtrack too, especially SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. That was like all 3 Days Grace, and like Godsmack, you know, just so many different artists, so many good artists that were in that game that represent the soundtrack. If we could have like a soundtrack like that for next year's wrestling game, I would buy that within a heartbeat, because I love wrestling games that have like badass soundtracks. Even SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, they had a pretty good soundtrack too. 2008, 2009, There was a lot of good wrestling games that had the best soundtracks, but the best one has got to be 2007 because they had 3 Days Grace. They had like two of the best 3 Days Grace songs. They had Animal I Had Become and Riot. Those were so freaking awesome. Ever since I first heard those songs, I just fell in love with them, and then I downloaded them. I just started listening to them back and forth. And then they would have this song called, I think it was called Lonely Train by Blackstone Cherry. That one was a good one too. The music I listen to is mostly rock. I just love the beats when you hit the drum, and like you get that really good rhythm to it, you know? I love that. And that's what they represent in that game. It was just mostly rock songs. And that's what I would expect for next year's game, hopefully. You know, I don't know. To be quite honest, if they didn't bring back the Smackdown vs. Raw series, I'd be pretty upset over it. Hopefully, this is the last time the 2K announces their wrestling game as WWE 2K16 or 17. I would hope that 2K17 is the last one they announce as. And another thing I'm quite surprised about is how come didn't they say last year? Didn't they announce this last year that WWE 2K16 was going to be the last time wrestling games would be available for the 360 and for PS3? Didn't they announce that? I'm pretty sure they did. Well, I guess they were wrong because now they're saying that 2K17 will be the last and final wrestling game available on the Xbox 360 and the PS3 because since the systems are so old, they want to get rid of them, and they just want to move on to the new generation consoles, the PS4 and the Xbox One, and then hopefully when the new wrestling game comes out, I would have a PS4 by then because I really want one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I was just quite shocked by that because they said last year. They even said it last year. 2K16 will be the last wrestling game available on the 360 and the PS4 and the PS3. Well, I guess they were wrong. I'm pretty happy that they're bringing it back for one more time, just one more time for the 360. Yeah. And some people think I'm stupid for buying the 360 version because it has the not the best graphics, but hey, it's still the wrestling game. Right? It's the newest wrestling game right now. So yeah, hopefully by then I would have a PS4 or something. I don't know. I just want to play with the new graphics because it's more realistic and it's more fun. And when you create a superstar, it's always like, because when you create a superstar on the 360 version, like this one, they always had like the same stuff every single game, and that kind of annoys me because I always want to see something different. But most of the time, when you create a superstar for the first time in your new wrestling game, it's always like the same stuff. Like it's never anything different. So, but when you have like the new console version, they have everything different. And you get to wear the stuff that the actual wrestlers wore. Like you get to wear John Cena's hat, Brock Lesnar's T-shirt. You can have Seth Rollins' logo on your T-shirt. You could have like literally anybody you want, and it was so amazing because I did that before. When I was playing my brother's version of the game, he let me create a superstar, and I was just looking through like what stuff they could wear, and they had like just a bunch of WWE auction merchandise available. You could have your superstar wear, and I thought that was pretty cool. The logos they have for the superstars, it's always the same. They have to change it up. They have to bring the most recent logos for the superstars because I've always just seen the same crap every year. I'm just so I'm just so sick of it. So yeah, hopefully this year will be a change for WWE 2K17. Hopefully we get a decent soundtrack because the one on 2K16, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. I did enjoy most of the songs. There was just like maybe one or two songs I didn't like, but overall it was a badass game, and I would expect the same for 2K17. So yeah. So I think that's all I got to say for this video. So guys, let me know what you think about WWE 2K17, what you want to be in the game, and what you don't want to be in the game, and let me know how you feel about Brock Lesnar the mayor of Suplex City being on the cover of WWE 2K17, right? So that's gonna be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said before, let me know what you think about the new wrestling game coming out. And do you agree with me? Do you want SmackDown versus Raw to come back? Do you want that to be back? Do you want that to be next year's game? Do we want to see SmackDown versus Raw 2018? I would love to see that. And I would love for the badass soundtrack to come back. You'll want to head on SmackDown versus Raw 2007. All right, that's enough. I'm gonna stop talking. Let me know what you think, and who do you think will be the cover star of next year's game? Hopefully, it's someone new. Hopefully, if they bring back the SmackDown vs. Raw series, it has like multiple superstars in the game on the cover. I mean, we'll see. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.